Hey everyone, Jared Gaspy, your local real estate superhero here again. Happy Wednesdays to everyone. We're doing our morning gratitudes, which is probably admittedly getting uploaded a little bit later into the afternoon today, kind of like yesterday, but I did do my affirmations this morning. I do start my mornings out trying to write down the things that I'm grateful for. And even lately, at night, I've been kind of taking some time to think about some of the stuff too, because sometimes it's easy to forget by the time that you get to the next day when things are going by so quickly. And so I think it's a good idea to really just kind of take some time to think about what makes you really, really grateful. It's also important to think about what makes you happy, but whenever you start looking at it from a perspective of gratefulness, I think it kind of helps with the way that you interact with what makes you happy. But that's what we're doing. I do try to make these videos, even if it is a really busy day like today, just because I know that some people, it's really fun to kind of get an idea of what makes you guys happy. And if me taking 5 minutes to do this video can help with that, and help maybe share what makes me happy, makes you guys think about what makes you happy, then I'm also going to count that as a win. So we're getting right into it with number one. I put the My Hero Academia manga because I'm nerdy and I acknowledge that. We had friends visiting not that long ago, and I've had one friend who reads and catches up with all of the stuff for My Hero Academia and the manga. I've watched the show pretty aggressively since it's come out, and I know a lot of what's going on in the manga, but I've tried my best to not read it because I know it's just going to take so much of my attention. And I kind of eventually bit the bullet because I just keep hearing all the really cool stuff that's going on, and so instead I'm making it into a good thing. So I'm reading My Hero Academia every morning when I wake up, and that way I kind of start my day off with some reading at the very least. And I get to read something that I've been wanting to read for a long time. And so that's number one. Number two, I put 2020 has been blowing by. I don't know if you count that as a good thing or a bad thing, but for me personally, I feel like 2020 has kind of just blinked by with not a whole lot of slowing down. And so I think the last month, maybe month and a half, has kind of started to relax a little bit, which I think is great. And not all of 2020 has been completely horrible by any means, but 2020 has definitely gone by quick. I feel like, it's shocking how fast it seems to be blowing by, and some of that's just really great. Some of it I honestly wish would slow down just a little bit more, I'm not gonna lie. But when it does come to things where it's like, man, I really need this deadline to just kind of hurry up and get here, or I can't wait for the month of August because it's my wife's birthday month or anything like that, 2020 has gone by really quick. And so take it or leave it as a good thing or a bad thing. I'm going to make sure that I at least appreciate the good aspects of that fact. Number three, I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail on it, is work related. I put ending on a high note. I'm going to kind of leave it at that and just say, good things and bad things will happen both professionally and in your day-to-day life. And it's easy to kind of just be on the verge of saying I'm done. But whenever you're able to just kind of persevere and say, you know what, I'm going to give it my all no matter what I do, it really feels good. And whether it pays off or in some circumstances it may not pay off, but if all else fails, I still go back to what my old mentor told me, which was, if you do everything that you can, then no one can say you didn't do everything that you could. So there's a lot of meaning to that for me. But I'm not going to go into details, so haha, that's called being ominous. Number four, I put the show Lucifer is back on Netflix. I don't watch a whole lot of TV, but Lucifer is comic book based, and I'm not going to pretend like it's the best show in the world, but it's not the best show in the world, and I kind of like that because it gives me the ability to do one of two things. Either I can work alongside that, which is what I was doing yesterday. I was playing and I was doing some stuff on my phone, kind of filtering through different documents I needed to look over, taking care of some stuff I needed to look up, things like that. But, I had a day not that long ago where we were watching it, and it just sort of let me phase it out a little bit. It's such a non-show that it basically let me not care whenever I was watching it. And so I like shows like that sometimes, where you don't have to give your full attention and focus, or you might miss something or something like that. So that's number four, is just having a show that you're able to kind of shut off with or multitask with. Number five, I put neighbors helping, giving us ideas. I had a neighbor asking for some help with, how to conserve on electricity and things like that. But she also mentioned the fact that she's got cool things like koi ponds and stuff in the back of her yard. And I'm getting advice from her on how she set all that stuff up, because it's something my wife and I had talked about for a long time. But beyond that, it happens a lot where neighbors share their cool backyard ideas or their cool arts and crafts ideas and things along those lines. And it's really fun to sort of watch and get ideas from people that live in the same area, because it starts building up a community and it starts building up relationships. And so I just find it really fascinating. I found out actually that the person with the koi ponds had taken some advice from me not that long ago, which was really cool. And so, yeah, we all kind of help each other, and I think that's something that needs to be really appreciated. But that's it. That's my 5 things that I'm grateful for. My question, I guess, would just kind of be, as much as it's going back to the ominous one that I didn't divulge too much into, but what's one time that you persevere through something that's really difficult? Like, what's one time that you buckled down and said, I'm going to keep going head first, and I'm going to do everything that I can? And what is much that you can tell us about that story, because sometimes you can't tell every detail, but what is the situation where you said, I'm going to push through and I'm going to keep going forward? So let me know down in the comments below. If you're watching this on YouTube, please feel free to like and subscribe, because YouTube gets weird kicks out of that kind of stuff. And if you're on Facebook, please comment, because I love being able to interact, and I think I do that a little bit more on Facebook through Messenger and through the comment section. So let me know the last time or the best time that you really had to push through and persevere. I really want to know, and I'm really excited to find out. So I will talk to you guys later, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye.